Scott, your guard play in both games has been really, really solid. What's been the key to those guys being impactful?
I'd say their ball pressure, their effort to defend, getting people's space, direct the ball. It wasn't perfect tonight, but their energy made up for a few technical mistakes. And just playing, moving them around. Long was their best player offensively, and we had Carson on him for the better part of the first half, starting the third, and then thought they were starting to get comfortable, so we switched up Trey and Carson's matchups and tried to mix up who they had to bring the ball up, and I thought it was pretty effective. Those guys do a good job really hawking the ball, picking and choosing their times to reach so it's not gambling for fouls.
How come those guys have been able to be so effective as a team? Because obviously as a couple second-round picks, they're fighting to make the team, but they seem to play well together out there.
Yeah, I think we've had them together quite a bit for the last 10 days, 2 weeks, wherever it's been, and they've obviously gotten used to each other a little bit. But I think that you can't do that in 10 days. You got to have some natural cohesion that they must have, and it helps when Carson's kind of a score-first type guy, and Trey's more of a pass-first type playmaker. So they kind of fit well together that way. And the fact that they can both hawk the ball is a big plus for us in this league and in this tournament anyway.
How much were you looking just into guys that go in a little bit more balanced offensive attack?
Yeah, we're trying to get a couple different looks and get a couple post-ups for Gersh and Grant, and I think we got a couple buckets out of it. They did a good job switching sometimes to take our advantage away, and I thought we took a few bad shots today that we took some the other day as well. I thought our guards got a little free with the ball at the end of the second quarter and the third, so hopefully we can be a little bit more disciplined next game. But it's also hard to get in a rhythm with playing 12 guys, 13 guys. So like the guys, to their credit, get in there for short bursts, try to do the best they can, get going early, get out and support their teammates on the bench. It's been good to watch so far.
And you had another solid performance from Tacko. I think he had like 12 points in 12 minutes. Speak to what he's showing you that maybe he didn't quite realize or see as much of early on.
His hands, probably. His hands impressed me today. Guys threw a couple tough passes out there in the paint. Obviously, he has the highest reach, but there's still dudes climbing on his back and trying to claw for the ball. And his ability just to catch it, not travel, gather himself and go up, or at least reach up. It was impressive today, I thought. And so far, he hasn't really been out of position too much defensively because of his size. Our guards missed a couple of switches where his man got loose for threes, which is something that we're going to fix up, because if he's out there, he can't be running around chasing poppers. But we can switch that and keep him in the paint. Hopefully, use his strengths that way.
You've been playing him in these kind of like short bursts. What do you like about that, and why did we gone with that as opposed to 5-6 minutes?
Well, both him and Rob are playing short bursts, mainly to try and just keep them out there going full speed. There's no point in having them out there half-winded, going through three-quarter speed or half speed. So short burst, keep them going full out, get them out. It also helps with my rotation. We have 3 5s, with Nani being a 4 and 5. So it's easier to get them out there in short stints, and they get a little bit tired when they get out, but then when it's their turn to go again, they're really raw and eager to get back out there.
It's no secret that the league is going smaller and smaller. Where do you think a guy like Tacko could fit in, and does he have a shot to really make a difference in this league?
Well, the place where he'd fit in is under the rim. But in theory, I guess in a worst case scenario, he's a specialty player that you put into situations, certain matchups, and then on the upside, he could be I think a pretty solid service movement line. He's going to give you some bonus stuff around the room in terms of protecting the hoop, and kind of then probably bail you out with that possession just by being able to catch it high in the paint. So it's just up to him now to make sure that he stays consistent with his transition stuff, making it long, sprinting into ball screens, getting at the ball screens so that this defender can't trap the ball, and just trying to work on his footwork. But I told him today, it's nice to have all the crowd rooting for him, but not to forget why he's here, and that's to prove that he belongs. And I told him I think he does, and let's do everything we can to help him show that while he's here.
Scott, are you
I get the Barry Bonds quote or something. It must be good if they're doing it, something like that. Anyway, no, I don't care. I think it's funny. I just didn't didn't want Tacko to get too wrapped up, but I think that was a moot point. He wasn't worried about that. He's used to getting a lot of attention. He's handled it like a pro so far, and we just got to keep him locked in on doing those little things to kind of prove his naysayers wrong that we were watching.
Tremont's defense, he seems to have exceptionally fast hands in terms of reaching. What is it good that he's reaching? Is that good that he's reaching? Or is that, I mean, is he getting away with something when he gets those steals? Or is that just great defense?
I think he has great timing and hands. He's shown three different kind of sides of his defense. Yesterday we had him on shootout with a shooter, game one. Got right into his body, trailed him off screens, really made it hard for him to get anything in terms of a look. Today we had him on point guard for a lot of time, and he disrupted him, he changed it, turned him around in midcourt. Directed the ball well in pick and rolls. And the other thing that he's been doing well is off the ball and pick and rolls, sneaking in there with the nail and tagging, but not just tagging, but getting his hand on some balls with some deflections and stuff. So I think he's been good. He's picked and choose his times. He's gotten a little bit loose offensively, so we're trying to keep him locked in and being solid. But a guy like that, sometimes you got to let him go too, so he can make special plays.
But with the addition of Keith, how the Warriors play right now, what can you be expecting from the speed of the offensive style of play to this season?
Well, I hope it's going to be fast, pace and space, and playing with a high motor. That's what we're trying to preach to these guys for two reasons. One, if they're on the team this year, they'll fit in and be able to improve that as opposed to have to catch up. And also, we're just trying out some things that maybe our personnel that we have during the season will fit in well, even though the Haywards, the Browns, Tatums, Walkers, they aren't here right now, but we can envision them in some of those spots and some of the stuff that we're running, and hopefully Coach Stevens sees something that he might like to use next year. That would be a nice feather in our cap.
So do you anticipate playing everyone like tomorrow night directed from above about holding draft picks out at any point?
To this point, there's been no directives. Try to get everybody out there best we can, which we've done so far for 2 games. Hopefully that keeps everybody happy and excited to get out. I think it will because we have a good group of guys. But if something comes down the pipe, then we'll adjust. We have enough bodies to adjust. But I think that so far it's been working out well.
Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.